使えば最後だ。5分以内で倒せねば世界の敗北が決まる。蹴りをつけます。
It's not gonna work. Whatever he's thinking about doing, he's not gonna work. Hi everyone, I am going to react to My Hero Academia Season 7 Episode 13, A Chain of Events Across the Ages. Last episode, there's a chance, there's a hope that Boku is gonna live. Headshot went inside of him and just like trying to revive him and everything. And then Deku at the end there like came in with a punch. Amazing. So yeah, that's why the episode ended. And before we get into this one, if you guys have a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feelingme. And now let's start this episode. Then here we go.
Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
The fact that they keep showing that, I'm like, he's gonna get up. He's gonna wake up. Both of them are gonna be like freed. Yep. Shut up. Okay, did the US help you? Okay. Ida is with Shoto, so both of them are gonna be. Listen, Debbie. Okay. I believe in you. The worst villain in history is AFO one. Okay. Yes, Shigaraki is bad, but he's not. I guess that did his thing. That was such a good smash. Uh-huh. I recognized his voice before they even showed him. Yes, he is.
二つが溶け合い、完全に統合された。
そう見えなかったけど、俺がデリカシーのない発言をしてしまった時、そっかお前は
He got super upset.
取りつかれたかのように突然めっちゃモンモン怒り出して、まるで子供のようだった。
No, no.
まだそこにいる。
Or he wouldn't have made his hand to the of his family or whatnot.
返してもらおう。黒鞭に八景をためた強化捕獲コンボ。コクサ
使えば最後だ。5分以内で倒せねば世界の敗北が決まる。
蹴りをつけます。
It's not gonna work. Whatever he's thinking about doing, he's not gonna work.
セカンド、サード。
What am I thinking? Not One Piece right now.
何をされた。どこに行った。まさか触れたものの速度を変える異能。変速オーバードライブ。
今の緑や伊豆は言うなれば 100% 中の 120%。
デトロイトスマッシャー。今日でもう終わりにしよう。
As I'm reading as well, this is it's not gonna work. Cause I'm like in the back of my mind, I'm like, all for one is like gonna free this dude from the coffin in the sky, and stuff is gonna happen. Yeah.
なぜだ。お前の個性を
See, I knew it was him.
ただ触れたものの速度を変えるだけ。強な人間のゴミ虫のそれだったはず。なぜお前たちが見える。
And then there's that dude also that's sort of like trying to
これが
take control of this stuff.
変則。小さいものにしか付与できなかった変則はその解釈を拡大し細胞一つ一つにまで作用するに至った。
Cell by cell.
純粋なる力。この二つが重なるとき、その拳は世の断りすら歪ませる。デトロイトスマッシュクイーンテンプル。
捉えられずと攻撃を受けた軌道から次の角度、タイミングは
変則は感性によらぬスピードチェンジ。
ならばこのままシフト煙幕下自察知して煙幕で即視界を潰す。そしたら浮遊で急上昇して意識外から黒鞭で高速ため直した八景で再び変則オーバードライブで。
注意すべきは異能じゃない。授かったものを何のために行使するのか。
Aww.
その強い意志に力は宿るのだ。
オルフォーワン黙れ。もう誰も。
What's gonna stop it? Who's gonna stop it? What's gonna happen?
ゴミ虫どもが傷つけさせはしない。
Is the dome gonna break?
反応している。ワン・フォー・オールがオール・フォー・ワンに見える。
What?
兄さんが見える。
見えなかったけどな。
つぶらな瞳の青年が言っていたことは
With the round
正し
eyes.
かった。至るまでの連なりが統合の均衡を揺るがしている。
助けを求めているように見えた人間が救いようのない人間だ。君は殺してでも止める。僕はあの子を助けたい。
自分の意志を忘れるな。まだ倒れるなよ。
個性だとコケにしているのか。僕はまだ一つも個性を使えていない。あいつらのせいだ。
Yeah.
この棺のせいだ。
It's gonna break.
あの老した姑息が分断の
It's gonna.
ここに至るまでの連なりの
まだ。ああ、弟よ、余一よ。僕にも正気は。
What are you gonna do? Why does it feel like the episode was super short? People, I'm not even gonna try to understand what just happened. Oh my goodness. Like that gearshift thing. That whole fight. It's like my mouth was open as I was watching Deku do his thing, use all the different quirks from all the different holders, and then that gearshift thing kicked in, and then it's like all I know is that it was working on Shigaraki. That's it. Like, I mean, the seconds, like the gear shift quirk and whatnot, they showed that flashback of Alpha One, and you know, having his hand around his throat. I remembered when what was Shigaraki was the one having the, well, I guess since they sort of like melded together, it's all for one's memory. But there was a point, I think it was during when Bakugo was attacking Shigaraki, and then he was having this sort of like flash to All for One having his hand around the throat of someone, and I believe I said during the discussion that the person looked like the second, and clearly was shown here, and they sort of like expanded a little bit more on that flashback, which is basically, I guess, his quirk gearshift is supposed to affect the speed of anything he touches, but then back during that era with All for One, it was just supposed to be working on small objects or something or other like that. But then now with One for All having grown so much and having gone through all these multiple holders and all of these things, and now with Deku having it, it's like he has grown so much that it's sort of like affecting things on the cellular level or something or other. Okay, thanks for the explanation, but I still don't get what happened. I still do not get what happened. Bye. Deku's there, smashing and smashing and smashing, using, fudging, storing stuff in things, and Detroit smashing sixfold? I don't know. He puts the fold of the strength of the Detroit smash. At one point, they said that there was energy stored in there, but then another time there wasn't energy. It was Shigaraki that was saying it. Like the red energy wasn't stored in there, so it wasn't as strong. Now at one point, Shigaraki could read Deku's movements, and because of that, Deku used a whole bunch of quirks. Smoke screen, Nana's float, Black Whip, and other stuff to sort of like evade Shigaraki and landing a punch on him that sort of like broke him apart or something or other like that. And as he was facing him and with the music swelling and all of that, and when you've watched enough anime, when you can pretty much tell if something is going to work or not, or like if the not the match, like if the fight is going to end, if the villain is going to be defeated right then and there. And of course it's not going to work like that. Even with that All For One saying at the end there, like I still have a chance to win it. Then they showed Iguri. I don't know what Iguri's gonna do, but clearly All For One has something up his sleeve, and why not? But like, it's not gonna end like that. Deku's not gonna come in after all these people have been facing Shigaraki for such a long time. He's not gonna come in one episode and defeat Shigaraki. It's not gonna happen. Especially when you have All For One over there saying, okay, after having used Aries quirk in, going back in time, he's gonna die, but then his last thing he's gonna do is to free Shigaraki from the coffin in the sky. So that's gonna happen. One way or another, it's gonna happen. So Shigaraki is not gonna be defeated here. And then even Shigaraki said it, that he hasn't used any of his quirks during this fight because Eraserhead and Monoma are there, keeping him from using his quirks. So he's been sort of like fighting handicapped this whole time. So it's like his decay has to come into play one way or the other. It's not gonna be defeated like that. So I know this is not gonna end here. So that's why as I was watching it, even though I didn't quite understand what was happening, I feel like when you have a whole bunch of powers that you're using to work in tandem or in unison, and you don't fully grasp everything that's happening, that the fight, as amazing as it looks on screen, it's like you're missing something, so you can fully enjoy the epicness, I guess, of what's happening. And I feel like that's what was happening to me as I was watching this happen. And then you also had the second that was telling Deku, even before they got there, that this his quirk or whatever that he was going to use was sort of like a last resort or something, that if he uses it, he has to defeat Shigaraki in a certain amount of time or something or other like that. So it feels like now he's using it right now, right? And it feels like after he uses it, that's gonna be it. So he's not gonna be able to use it anymore. So what's gonna happen after that? Because like I said, Shigaraki is not gonna be defeated here. Okay, he's not. When last episode they showed the fighter jets or whatever coming from the distance Was it last episode or the one that came before that? I don't know. And I'm like, are those from the US? Is the US helping them? And then they had that sort of like scene at the White House with the president, and the president basically telling Akbar, I think was his name, whatever, that they were folding. And Akbar was angry. Like, what did Stars and Straps sacrifice herself for? And all of that. But then Deku came there pretty quickly. So I'm like, okay, did the US help them? And not really. Because after that scene happened at the White House, it sort of seemed like they were ordered to go back home. But then Stars people defied their orders and they decided to help Deku because of how much Stars and Straps has her hopes, I guess, sacrifice herself for them, give them a chance. So they're like, they're not gonna let her sacrifice, I guess, be in vain. And so they decided to help Deku, and that's how he was able to get there so quickly. And then he got there, he landed the smash. And last episode, I'm like, I can't imagine how he's gonna feel when he sees what happened to Bakugo. And then when he I think he was about to say, is everyone all right? And then he's like, Bakugo was there, and he was just like, he started losing it, and I was just here like, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Then he's looking at everybody, and then he started losing it. And then Shigaraki just looking at him. He's like, when he's like that, his movements is pretty easy to read, so I'm just gonna do this and that. And then Le Million was the one that sort of like talked to him and calmed him down, you know. So he's like, okay, Headshot is trying to revive him. The others are still alive, you know, okay, so you need to calm down, basically. Excuse me. And then they had that, he remembered when of All Might said that I guess the true test of a hero or something or other like that is to turn lip service into reality or something or other like that. He remembered that because I think Luminion said something similar, and then he remembered All Might saying something similar as well. And then he remembered when he had that talk with the black whip holder, telling him about basically controlling his anger with his heart and something or other like that. And he was able to, you know, control his anger. And then he asked Le Million if Shigaraki was in there, meaning that little kid, right? And Shigaraki is like, no, like we've melded together, but because of one is sort of like older, he's sort of like taking control or something or other like that. And that's why the Million is like, no, not really. I don't think so, because at one point when I made fun about he didn't make fun, but he's like, we didn't have any friends, and then he just sort of like lost it. So after he told him that, he's like, you know, I feel like he's still in there. And then there was a point in the episode where after Deku had beat him up a little bit, and I think he was the one that was asking if he was still in there. And then I don't know who he was, but clearly all the other holders were there and looking at what was happening. And then Nana saw the giant hands with all the family heads. You know what? I just crept into my mind as I was saying that. Mommy finger, where are you? Here I am. How do you do? Oh my goodness. The way that just crept into my mind, I'm like, oh my god, that is so funny. Yeah, he had the daddy finger, mommy finger, and all of that. So when and I saw that, he's like, yeah, he's still in there. And then at one point, the first is like all for one and one for all are sort of like what communicating with each other or something or other. I don't know. And then they were seeing each other, and then all for one is like, I can see like the holders there and stuff. It's like, you know, when things like that are being said or shown on screen, I'm just here sort of like, okay, yeah, it's happening. They can see each other, but it's not like I understand it. Like, why is that happening? You know? I don't know. I feel like there's probably a reason behind it, a rule to it or something, but I don't know that rule. I don't know anything. I don't know why that will be happening. So when they're telling me that, okay, it's happening, they're seeing each other, all for one and one for all, I sort of like, I don't know quite the word they said, melding together, or I mean, they said one for all and one for one, and then one for all, or all for one and then one for all. I don't know, something or other was happening, and I'm like, okay, it's happening, but it's not like I understand, like, why is that happening? I don't get it, but it's happening. So yeah. What's happened? The recap in the beginning mentioned Gigantomachia, mentioned Kurogiri and Toga and the others. So you know, there's a whole other kind of battles that are happening like all around, and then you have All for One that's like, okay, I need to get my last act is to free Shigaraki from that prison. You have that dude that was hacking into the system, also working to, I guess, free Shigaraki. So you know, at some point in the future, they are gonna free him from that coffin in the sky. Okay, it's bound to happen. And then I'm 100% sure that Gigantomachia is gonna come out of that thing. I'm 100% sure that Kurogiri is gonna come out of that thing. So it's like a whole bunch of stuff is going to happen before this fight between Deku and Shigaraki ends, and Deku saves baby Tomura. So it's like, yeah, as amazing that as all these things that was happening on screen that I didn't quite fully understand were, it's not gonna be the end. Like, it's not gonna end positively. Listen up right now. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to episode 18, what the 14, the link is gonna be in the pinned comment, so just click on it and check it out. I'll see you next time. Bye. Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. Wow, 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 wow.